Test, test. See, that's the. Make sense?
Yeah.
You don't want it to go really high. You don't want that. 'Cause it'll. But, like, I could turn that up and see it's going to get higher. So just right in there somewhere.
that the official name now?
It is.
I saw you advertising that, and I saw the stuff here. It's all cool, like
Yep.
your little chair and all that.
Test one, test one.
One more time.
Test one, test two.
Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say good morning to you and welcome to the 2020 North Carolina Junior Beef Roundup. We're glad each and every one of you can be here today, and we're glad that we're able to be here today. So no further ado, we're going to get started with this Shorthorn Plus show with junior calves. Looking for 4 entries in the first class: Kristen Basoto, Emma Beasley, Ethan McMichael, and Mary Alice Knight. The Shorthorn Plus junior calves. Class number 1 of your Shorthorn Plus show be junior calves. Looking for 4 entries in the class. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our judge for today, be Mr. Jason Duggan. He resides in Calhoun, Georgia, works for the University of Georgia with Beef Extension. Let's welcome him to the 2020 North Carolina Junior Beef Roundup with a big round of applause.
Well, good morning, folks. Pleasure to be here with you this morning. Your class winner, I think she stands out pretty easy here. You got a big-bodied sound, good one to start off with to get our show rocking this morning. And she's presented it very well. Appreciate this young man for bringing out a really nice female. Maybe she's just a little bit shorter neck than a couple of other heifers out here, but she certainly fits the bill from a balance standpoint overall. The heifers in second and third, I think that's the decision between the two. The heifer I've got here in second, I think is in terms of just having a little bit more potential in terms of passing along growth performance, a female that does have adequate body volume and thickness to her, needs to be made a little bit better structurally. She needs to be better through that shoulder and how she moves through her top line. That does give the advantage to this other young red heifer here we got coming in the third hole, a female that you appreciate for having some spring of rib and having some flexibility off either end in terms of how she moves. Just a little bit different the way she ties in from neck to shoulder, not as good as the way she handles herself off those rear two. Then you got the black-hided heifer here, a nice young heifer that probably will have better days down the road for sure. She's got the stoutness and thickness, just needs to have more body volume and look a little bit more like a female. Thank you, guys.
Class number 1 of your Shorthorn Plus show, junior calves, first place. Congratulations, Ethan McMichael. Second place, Mary Alice Knight. In third, Emma Beasley. In fourth, Christian Basalto. Ethan McMichael will have your champion junior heifer calf, and Mary Alice Knight will have reserve junior heifer calf. Looking for winner calves at this time. Winner calves, 2 entries in the class, Taylor McClellan and Mackenzie Mentor.
There's some give and take between these two. I like both these females quite a bit, and to blend both these females together, I think you would have a really ideal female. I'm going to go ahead and leave them like they are right now. I think just the difference between the two, you've got the female in the first hole there. She definitely has the advantage in stoutness at this young age. A female that probably needs to have more depth through her rib and flank. But I like her in terms of how she really ties together from neck to shoulder and then out through her hip. Once this young lady in the second hole gets her heifer set up and gets her set up like you'd like to see her right here, I like some things about this heifer. It's when she's on the move, you see that she just dips a little bit in her pins, gets a little bit lighter in the lower quarter, but I like the way she ties deeper from forehead to flank. A really nice female in a lot of ways, really good pair to start a class off with.
Your winner heifer calf class in the Shorthorn Plus show, first place, congratulations, Taylor McClellan. Second place, Mackenzie Mentor. Looking for senior calves at this time, Sally Williams and Jennifer Tucker, 2 entries in the class. For those of you viewing from the stands, we appreciate you making efforts to social distance. If you're with your family, that's fine. If you're not, we ask that you put some space between yourselves. And of course, we would like for you to adhere to the wearing of the mask while you're in this building. So if you're in this building, please, if you don't mind, have a face covering on. We certainly appreciate your cooperation in that effort.
In this particular class here, I'm going to leave them just like they are once again. We'll look at them between these two. This red heifer we're starting off with here, a female that at this point and stage of the game, she ends up having more total body volume as you see her and project her down the road. A female that could be a little bit neater through that shoulder, particularly through that lower shoulder and how she ties in. But this heifer does move out, step or track more effectively than the heifer that's in second. The heifer in second here, she does have the basic pieces for beef cattle fundamentals as far as thickness and body volume. Just like to see her have a little bit more future growth to pass along to that next generation. But a nice pair. Congratulations, guys.
Your senior calf class, first place, congratulations, Sally Williams. Second place, Jennifer Tucker. We will now select our champion senior heifer calf.
We'll get these out here for this division drive. That particular class, the first class in this division, it was a close call for me, and I go back and forth on those two, and they just have so many differences that they offer in terms of good differences, and then maybe some things you don't like. I think there's just the balance of good versus bad in those two make that pair in that first class very, very close. When you get them out and you sit them up there on profile, you look at them and you think that pair can't be separated today, so that's going to be your grand reserve in this division coming from that first class. Thank you guys and good job. Congratulations. Let's give them a hand out there, guys.
Your champion senior calf, B. Taylor McClellan. Congratulations. Reserve champion senior calf, Mackenzie Minner. Congratulations as well. Looking for late summer yearlings at this time. Single entry in the class, Mackenzie Mentor. Late summer yearlings. We have a late summer yearling single entry and an early summer yearling senior entry. They will make that intermediate division, so we will bring them both in at the same time.
Appreciate these two single entries here. This roan heifer is the one on the profile that certainly has the advantage in profile. And when you look at that standpoint of tying from neck to shoulder, having a female here that's really strong behind her shoulders and level in her hips, she certainly has that. Well, from the standpoint of maybe not having as much muscle compared to the other heifer that's going to be the other class winner out here, she needs to be stoutened up from behind and maybe through that hip and lower quarter in particular. The black heifer out here, she's just the contrast, the roan heifer. You see her as the stout, powerful one out here, the one that has a tremendous amount of body volume. You like that about her. She probably has the advantage in muscle and fleshing ability. She, on the other hand, could be neatened up in that front 1/3 and how she ties from neck to shoulder. Out here today, I see her as being good enough in this particular situation. The black hided heifer here out here is going to be your champion in this division, and the roan heifer will be yours reserve. Let's give them a round of applause and good job, guys.
Your champion intermediate will be the late summer yearling Mackenzie Minnow, reserve champion intermediate.
I'm backwards.
I'm backwards, I apologize. Isaac Skyfers will be your champion intermediate. Mackenzie Minnow will be reserve champion intermediate. Apologize for that. Looking for late spring yearlings at this time. 2 entries in the class, Emily Gaddis and Casey Bailey.
This particular class, I'm going to leave them as they stand. These heifers here are definitely contrast. I don't think there's anything to argue on that. They're very different in type and kind. The class winner here, this red and white heifer, is a female that you appreciate for having the balance and then having the structural correctness to boot. A female that could be deepened up from forerib to flank ever so slightly, but she certainly has the rib cage in terms of the spring of rib that you really like. Just needs to be deeper in that rib and flank. The female we have in second out here is a heifer that certainly has the depth, has the fleshing ability. A heifer that you appreciate for having some strength at top and some squareness in her build, but a female at the same time is a little bit short and coarse and deep up front out here. Knocks away from her balance overall. But a nice pair. Congratulations, guys, and good job.
Late spring yearling, first place, congratulations, Emily Gaddis. Second place goes to Casey Bailey.
Cooper joins. You need to be checked in the makeup area. Your class is fixing to go in the ring. Bring those short horns toward the ring, guys.
Coming in the ring at this time will be early junior yearlings. 3 entries in the class, Abigail Wood, Riley Sudworth, and Cooper Joins. We're glad to have Square One Agri Marketing handling the photographs today. They will have all these pictures that they take on the backdrop and ringside. They will be uploaded this evening, or if they're done before, I will let you know. But they will be uploaded today for you to view and look at the pictures from today's show.
Yeah. Tell you what, this red heifer is really nice. I like the way this female just blends brood, cow, and functionality, along with some show ring appeal. A really nice, complete kind of female. You can't knock this female in terms of a lot of holes out here in this class because she just brings so much to the table, particularly how much rear ribbon flank that she's got and how she blends that into an eye-appealing profile. The female we have coming in second, she's really nice when this young lady gets this female set up and then gets that head up. She presents herself in the profile very, very well. I have her at the same time, just a little bit more difficult in the way you see her through her flank. Gets a little bit more tucked and tight through there, a little bit more rigid in that tail head. But the young lady does a great job getting this one set up from the profile and blending well from head, neck, and shoulder. The female that's here in third, love the way this one has the stoutness and the body volume part to the equation, but the female at the same time is just a little bit short course and deep up front out here in this run, but certainly has the fleshing ability and stoutness to be a very effective brood cow down the road. Congratulations, guys.
Early junior yearlings, first place, congratulations, Cooper Joins. Second place, Riley Sudderton. Third, Abigail Wood. We'll now select our champion junior heifer.
Really nice division here. The young man at Cowboy Hat's going to be your champion in this division. I think hands down just a tremendous body volume type female that blends it together with a really nice attractive package. Congratulations, man, young man. You can go ahead and slip on out there. When it comes down to reserve, it gets a little bit more challenging for me in terms of how you look at things and how we want to project these cattle down the road. From my standpoint, I think there's some give and take here. There's certainly a show ring appeal part that looks into the equation, and there's a fleshing ability, practicality standpoint to it as well. And I think it's complicated. The female on my right, I'm going to go ahead and pick as your reserve because she's a female that has more true, genuine muscle shape up in her top line, although she doesn't win in this division as reserve because she has better balance. It's simply because she has more stoutness in her top line, more genuine muscle thickness, and moves a little bit sounder and better off that rear hock and pastern. But congratulations to you, young lady, for being reserved in this division. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Champion Junior Heifer, congratulations, Cooper Joins. Reserve Champion, Emily Gaddis, congratulations as well. Moving into the Senior Heifer Division, early Senior Yearlings looking for Montana Boatwright, Mary Alice Knight, and Isaac Lidke.
Hey, young lady, if you wouldn't mind just come be third for us right here, okay? You'll be second, young lady. You'll be first.
Really nice class in terms of having some females out here that have the basics and fundamentals. The class winner here, as I analyze her, a female that obviously from that shoulder back has really good body cavity. I like in her hip and her hind legs certainly suitable. She gets out and reaches off both ends effectively. This female could maybe just be a little bit better in the way she ties from neck to shoulder, maybe look a little bit more feminine. And that female we have here in second, she does offer that. She does have a neater, cleaner, more feminine front end about her. I have her there. At the same time, I'd like to see with a bolder and deeper rib cage, have more stoutness and genuineness as she moves off those rear two. The female we have moving out here in the third hole, she has the stoutness, just needs to be better balanced and move better off both ends. Congratulations, guys. Good job.
Early Senior Yearlings, first place, congratulations, Isaac Lidke. Second place, Montana Boatwright. Third place, Mary Alice Knight. Well, now that is also your champion, Senior Heifer and Reserve champion. We'll now select Grand Champion Shorthorn plus female. Need those previous division champions lined up ringside.
Appreciate these Shorthorn exhibitors for bringing out their cattle today and the hard-fought effort to get the show started this morning. Had to get out a little bit earlier, obviously, and appreciate your efforts on that. Appreciate these young folks doing a nice job out here today, particularly under circumstances. Let's give our Shorthorn exhibitors a nice round of applause, if we will. You know, the Shorthorn division here has been high quality. The cattle have been well presented and have shown well. And I don't belabor the point. I try to get right to the point. We've talked these cattle already quite a bit. And there's a female out here that has the balance and has the look and has the stoutness off both sides of the spectrum, whether it be body volume or muscle thickness. It's going to be that calf from our first division. Congratulations, young man, for your champion in the Shorthorn division today. Let's bring that heifer on out here. Good job, buddy, Will.
Your grand champion, Shorthorn Plus, exhibited by Taylor McClellan. Congratulations.
We have a reserve or a second in that class.
I apologize. It's Ethan McMichael. The champion junior calf was the grand champion. My apology.
Just pull that up there.
You know, just looking at these cattle on the stand, you appreciate the stoutness once again that they have and how they pull it together and how these young folks have presented these cattle and have them looking good. And appreciate again all your efforts today. Appreciate this young lady bringing in that second behind that reserve behind our first division winner. The young man in cowboy hat is going to be our reserve. Congratulations, sir, and good job.
Reserve champion exhibited by Cooper Jones. Congratulations as well. Let's give all of our Shorthorn exhibitors a big round of applause. Looking for Shorthorn cow-calf pairs at this time. Looking for 2 entries in the class, Kaylee Leatherwood and Malia Crow.
The 2 cow-calf pairs, I'm assuming, or is that the grand reserve? Or? Multiple classes of cow-calf pair or just one? Okay, so grand and reserve cow-calf pair for Shorthorn.
Difficult pair in a lot of ways. They, again, like we've seen in multiple classes before, just a very contrasting pair here. If you want the female that has a little bit better design and a little bit better look, a little bit better udder, you go with the one that's leading off in terms of how they're lined up here. If you want the one that's a little bit stouter and has more muscle and a little bit more fleshing ability, but maybe needs just a little bit better balance and a little bit better front end, then you would go with a heifer here, this cow-calf pair that's second in line. As far as the calves are concerned, the stouter calf of the two is from that second one in line there. It's a difficult decision, and I think from a quality, an overall look standpoint, the quality of udder, I'm going to go ahead and go with this young lady and young man on my right here as far as your champion cow-calf player in the Shorthorn division. Congratulations, guys. Good job.
Calf player class, first place, congratulations, Kaylee Leatherwood. Second place, Malia Crow. Now moving right along to our Simmental breed, junior calves, looking for two in the class, Hunter Wilkins and Logan Smith. Really like this pair, this class winner here in my estimation. Of these two, she's the one that certainly has the performance part of the package, and then she's so good through that full rib and rear rib and flank. I feel like I just got to start with this one. Maybe she isn't quite as fancy as the one that's rolled out in second here, but she certainly has a good enough look to her to go out and lead our class today. The female in second, super nice from the profile. Love the femininity she has. Just not quite the stoutness at this stage of the game between these two, in my personal opinion, but I like that heifer a lot. She has a lot to offer. Congratulations to both of you guys, and good job. Junior calf class of Simmental breed. First place, congratulations, Logan Smith. Second place, Hunter Wilkins.
Looking for Grace McLean. Grace McLean.
This will be the Simmental winter calf class. Grace McLean, single entry in the class.
Your single entry is super nice from the side, great from neck to shoulder. I like this one quite a bit. Could use just a touch more for it, a ribbon flank, but I'd certainly say that she is acceptable, no doubt. A really nice class winner here. Congratulations, young lady.
Winter calf class first place. Congratulations, Grace McLean. Looking for senior calves this time. Easton Smith, Heidi Latta, Blaine Abrazino, Lillian Wilkins, Cooper Jones, and Colt Thomas. The Simmental senior calves. We would like to thank you for helping us maintain social distance. If you're in the stands there or with your family or back ringside, we certainly appreciate you working with us, maintaining social distance. And while you're in this building, having a face covering on. Certainly appreciate your cooperation. Nanny's Country Kitchen is just up top of the concourse there. Do have a food truck up there, and they will be serving lunch here throughout the day, and later on, probably still got a biscuit or two left over from breakfast. So thank them for being here.
certainly a mixed bag when you look at this class. A lot of differences between these cattle, and it's just hard to see maybe a real rhythm in this class in terms of how they're presented in terms of what they are. There's just so many vast differences here, and you just kind of have to make a measurement of overall quality and kind and build, and it is a challenging class. But the first thing I saw that was pretty obvious to me was class winner. She's the one out here that has the look and the eye appeal and adequate stoutness. Sure, she could be stoutened up, particularly over her loin, could move a little bit stronger off those rear two, but she's quite obviously a very easy class winner for me out here today. Then after that, it's just certainly a mixed bag, and when you look at this heifer in second, she's the other one out here that has muscle and volume and has acceptable front end in her. She's a female that could be neatened up in that front 1/3, but she's certainly acceptable, and that's what takes away from her just a little bit. But out here, she gets out on the move, she has the body volume, she has the stoutness to her, and goes in second for me today. Then from there, it gets even tougher to me because the heifer that has a neat look to her is the heifer here in third. It's when you get her on the move, that's where you start looking and thinking a little bit more. I like her in the front end, I like her in the rear and flank, just needs more lower quarter. And when she gets out on the move, you wish she would just move with more strength and authority, particularly out of her hock and out of her hip. The female we have coming in next, she's the one out here that has the performance and the frame size advantage, and that's what probably concerns me about her. Is she's a little bit on the larger side out here amongst these other heifers. A female, if she had more depth, I would be okay with that, but she just needs more body volume for me. The heifer coming in next, this body type female, she's one that's hard to kind of really analyze. She's a heifer, there's some pieces you really love about her because of the boldness of rib, but because she has muscle thickness, she just kind of gets a little bit heavier front end, and then she just can't quite motivate those two rear legs with as much strength and correctness as I'd like. The young man's heifer coming in next, another heifer that has a lot of good pieces you're looking for out here in terms of body volume and thickness and stoutness of hip, but a heifer just gets a little bit too short, coarse, and deep up front here today.
Your senior calf, Simmental calf class, first place, congratulations, Cooper Joins. Second place, Easton Smith. Third place, Heidi Latta. In fourth, Colt Thomas. Fifth place, Lillian Wilkins. Sixth place, Blaine Abazino. We'll now select our champion, Simmental senior heifer calf at this time.
So I took some time looking at this pair here. It's a close pair. There's not a lot of difference between these two females. I think that the two things I see on this particular division is the bald-faced type female, the blaze-faced female. She probably has a little more thickness of quarter. She's a little bit stouter in terms of some muscle shape here and there. It's not a super advantage, but it is an advantage to some degree. She has more shape of rib, too. She tends to have more spring of rib in that regard. The things that I see maybe on the negative side in this pair is maybe she's not as square out her hip. The female we have second in the second class in this division, she's the female out here of the two that maybe is just a little bit more streamlined, if you will, here and there, not by much, but she does lack some lower quarter. She does lack some of that overall rib shape. This pair is really, really nice. I like them both very much. I'm going to go ahead and go with the extra stoutness I see in that blaze-faced female today. Congratulations to her. And you, young man, congratulations on a very nice reserve. Just wish you were a little bit stronger in terms of the top line right there, the loin, had a little bit more lower quarter, but a great pair. I like both these heifers quite a bit. Let's give them a nice round of applause, guys.
Your champion senior calf, congratulations, Grace McLean. Reserve champion, Cooper Joins, congratulations as well. Looking for early summer yearlings at this time, looking for 2 entries in the class, Shelby Candler and Austin Landreth.
Go ahead and have you pull right in behind here, okay? Please, ma'am.
Challenging pair. I think between these two females, I just went ahead and kind of made it easy in terms of there's a heifer out here that has bone, body, and muscle to her. She does need to be better in that top line, no doubt. But she ends up being a female that looks like a female but still backs it up with the potential of maybe having a little bit better opportunity at some fleshing ease in the future. The female that's here in second, I like the female in a lot of ways. To describe those first, I think that she is a female that is neater and longer in her neck, if you will. I like the body volume components in her forerib and in that intermediate area of her rib cage. She just gets a little bit deeper shoulder than the rest of her skeleton. I like to see her deeper flank and have a little more stoutness of bone as well. Congratulations, guys, on a good pair.
Early summer yearlings and be also your champion intermediate. First place, congratulations, Austin Landreth. Second place, Shelby Candler, and we're our reserve champion. Looking for late spring yearlings this time. Looking for Hudson Rogers, Abigail Miller, Carly Thomas, and Colton Cox. Late spring yearling Simmental females. We would like to recognize the newly elected president of the American Junior Simmental Association, Ms. Kara Smith. Give a big wave. Newly elected to the National Association Junior Board. Congratulations.
Tell you what, we got two females here that have brought a lot to the table. The class winner here in this case, to me, there's some things that I would like to change, but I think in this particular case, she's the female right here on the profile, ends up in that front 1/3, just being better in the way she ties head, neck, and shoulder, and she sweeps through a rib cage back to a better rib and flank. In this particular case, I would like to see her with more angle to her shoulder, more flexibility in her hock, and give her just that better, more functional stride, if you will. But a female in this class, I think she gets out today and does well enough. The female here in second, I think she does have the advantage in being more mobile off either end. I like her from her shoulder back in particular. There's some things that you really appreciate about this female. She just gets a little bit shorter and a little bit stouter in her neck than maybe is what is ideal, but a nice female, high quality female that's well presented today. The female here coming in the next hole, I like the body volume and the things that she presents in that, from that perspective. Just a female that you'd like to see maybe neatened up in that front 1/3 and maybe stoutened up just a little bit from behind. And the young man's blaze face female, heifer that this young man is trying to get settled down out here and doing his best for sure. A heifer that you like from the roundness of rib cage she has, and she is a cleaner, neater necked female, just needs more flank to her and a little bit more overall better balance in this case. But a good job and congratulations, guys.
Class number late twin yearling Simmental, first place. Congratulations, Abigail Miller. Second place, Colton Cox. Third, Carly Thomas. And fourth, Hudson Rogers. Looking for other junior yearlings at this time, Logan Smith, Ellie Harmon, and Shelby Candler.
The red heifer here, she's just got the basic fundamentals that I'm kind of looking for throughout the day in any female show. A heifer that love that from view of her from forward to flank and the way she ties in and blends so well from neck to shoulder. She's a little bit lower in her pin set, and I think that takes away from her just a little bit. But otherwise, a female that's got a lot of pieces and parts we're looking for. Female we got in second here, along the same lines. Really good, eye-appealing female from the profile. At the same time, maybe at least like to see her have some of that overall body volume and depth that we see in our class winner, but a nice one nonetheless. The female coming in third here, she has some basic parts and pieces you certainly like. She has some body volume, some depth to her. She has adequate stoutness. Just like to see that female a little bit better in the way she ends up and through her shoulder and out through her hip and hind leg. Good job, guys.
Your early junior yearling class results, first place, congratulations, Ellie Harmon. Second place, Shelby Candler, and third, Logan Smith. We will now select our champion junior heifer.
This division's been fun to analyze, certainly had quality out here. Congratulations to you young folks as we analyze these two class winners out here. I think you can see some type and kind similarities, thankfully, and I like that when we can present and show cattle in a division where the two ones up top kind of have a somewhat similar look. All the cattle that are good cattle don't look alike, but in this particular case, they have a good look from the side, to be real general about it. Enough body volume, enough depth to them, enough fleshing ability. Both these females could be loosened up a little bit structurally. I think the structural advantage does lean toward the red heifer with a little bit more slope of shoulder, a little bit better in the way she moves out of that pastern particularly. And because of that, she's going to be your champion in this division. And I'm going to roll it out around and pick the first class winner in this division to be your reserve. Congratulations, guys, and good job.
Champion junior heifer, Ellie Harmon, congratulations. Reserve champion, Abigail Miller, congratulations as well. Looking for early senior yearlings at this time, Cassidy Smith, Shelby Candler, Cooper Joins, and Hunter Wilkins. Looking for 4 in the class, early senior yearling. If you have a division champion, please be checking in the makeup area for the grand champion drive.
Every once in a while you run into these classes from a judging standpoint, it's kind of a little bit of a, you can't do anything right standpoint, but the one thing I can do right is pick your class winner here. She's the female out here that's got the functional basics. I like this one just for boot cow potential. You know, she's got a little condition in that brisket, otherwise she's a good one. The female we got here in second, I think she wins easy second if she can move better out of her hip and hind leg. She does struggle there, particularly in that pastern, but otherwise she's neat fronted, has the body volume I'm looking for, just needs to be better in those rear two and better in that tail head. Then between these last two here, I certainly think you can make a case for these to go either way. You can move these around, no doubt. The female right here coming in third, of the ones here, the ones two remaining here, she has the stoutness and thickness, but she's certainly getting out of balance and has some condition on her. The heifer following up, I think you can make a case for this heifer going second, third, or fourth. She's a female out here, you can't figure out where she fits at because she doesn't have the thickness and stoutness, but she is good in terms of her structural correctness, good in terms of her condition. Good job, guys, in a very difficult class.
Simmental Hurley Senior Yearlings, first place, congratulations, Cooper Joins. Second place, Cassidy Smith. In third place, Hunter Wilkins. And fourth, Shelby Candler. We will now select our grand champion Simmental female.
Let's give our Simmental exhibitors, if you would, a nice round of applause, please. Nice division. Really enjoyed the cattle and the young folks doing a good job out here. The calf from the first division, a female that you appreciate for having the basic fundamentals, maybe could be stoutened up through that lower quarter, but she gets out and moves and has a lot of future in terms of having some body volume and fleshing potential. In that close second division there, this female comes back out and you can see that she is certainly good in the way she's designed skeletally. I like that about her. I think her board off either end is really nice. She could just have even though she won her division based on her body volume, I think that she could stouten up just a little bit more even so, but that's going to come and she's going to be a very nice female down the road. The female from the third division, in that smaller division there, this is the female that you appreciate in that particular division for having more mass and substance to her. And we would like to see her maybe just a little bit better in her top line, no doubt. But in that particular division, she had a little more substance to her and felt more about her in terms of keeping her flesh as a mature female. In that fourth division, this particular female really takes the cake a lot in that particular division because of how big-bodied she is, how good she is in that middle and front one-third. Again, she could be a little bit better in her pin set in terms of placement and move a little bit better off those rear two, but she's certainly not too bad at all. In that last division, more recently, a big-bodied swooping type female that you appreciate for having a lot of functionality and look to her. Again, she's an older female and carrying some brisket, and that's about the only criticism, major criticism you can really play on her today, but a really nice female, and she's going to go ahead and be your champion. Congratulations, young man.
Grand champion Simmental, exhibited by Cooper Joins. Congratulations. We'll bring the second place animal from that class in for evaluation for reserve champion.
What'd you call the age on this one again?
Of that second and fourth division, I think it's close to me in terms of quality and how they're presented today and how they look for the future, really. And I guess I feel really torn between the two. The second division, again, there's a lot of neat parts about her in terms of she's better hipped out here, she's better in her hind leg. And then the fourth division heifer is no doubt going to be the female who obviously is older, but at the same time, you already know what you're getting in terms of body volume and fleshing ability. We're really close pair in my mind. We'll look at them one more time and then we'll pick a champion. I think in this particular situation, today I'm going to go ahead and go with the more mature female that you just will feel more comfortable with, that Division 4 female. Congratulations and good job, guys, on a great division.
Congratulations to Ellie Harmon on your reserve champion Simmental female. Congratulations. Let's pay all of our Simmental exhibitors off with a big round of applause. Moving into the percentage Simmentals at this time, looking for junior calves, Kate Mitchell, Cullen Joins, 2 entries in the class. Percentage semi junior calves.
Here's the fun class. This is what it's all about. 2 young showmen out here getting it done, and But that heifer is super neat. I like this female quite a bit. It's really good, and from the profile, really good in terms of if she gets out, particularly in those front two and through her shoulder. The heifer we got in second here is a heifer that has the body volume aspect. She gets out and moves off those rear two pretty decent. Just struggles a little bit in terms of that front 1/3 and how she moves there. But good job, young lady. Good job, young man. Congratulations.
Junior calf will also be your champion junior heifer calf. First place, congratulations, Colin Jones. Reserve champion, second place in the class, be Kate Mitchell. Congratulations, Will. Looking at our senior calf class, Cooper Jones, Emily Gaddis, Kate Mitchell, Abigail Blankenship, and Grayson Blankenship be the senior percentage Simmental calf class. Five make the class.
an interesting pair here, and I think it just comes down to overall quality and build. The female starts the class off with, obviously she's not the biggest bodied one out here, but she's got enough of it for sure. Certainly a good look to her. There's no doubt she's a high quality, well-built female from end to end. We'd like to see her with more rib and flank for a September female. The female in second, she does have the advantage in that. She's obviously a bigger bodied female, just not quite as good in the way she ties from neck to shoulder and over her loin, but a really nice, practical type female that has a lot of substance and fleshing ability down the road for this young man. Then after in third, oh wow, she's really got a lot of depth. I like a lot of pieces about her. Just needs to be stoutened up from behind and through that bone work a little bit. Then after coming in next, I like her from a practicality standpoint. She does get out, reach out, and step her tracks. She just needs to be widened up and thickened throughout. But good job, young lady, on that one. And then after following up the class, she does have the advantage in stoutness and thickness. Just like to see her look more like a female up front, maybe balance her out in that rear 1/3 just a little bit. But good job, guys, in a really high quality class.
Presenting Simmental senior calf class. This will also be your champion senior heifer calf for the division. First place, congratulations, and senior calf champion, Emily Gaddis. Second place in the class and reserve champion senior heifer calf, Cooper Joins. Third place, Grayson Blankenship. Fourth place, Abigail Blankenship. And fifth, Kate Mitchell. Looking for early summer yearlings at this time. Tanner Freeman, Gracie Campbell, Easton Smith, Daisy Abrazino, Cody Clary, and Colt Thomas. We'd like to thank and recognize the North Carolina Cattlemen's Association for hosting this event, and keep in mind junior members can be a junior member at a reduced price and still get the Carolina Cattle Connection every month. And if you're an adult and not a member of the North Carolina Cattlemen's Association, you should be. Represented very well, get a monthly publication, offer a very reasonable price of membership for the year. The conference in the winter time and a great time, and should be a member if you're not. If you, Brian or Casey, they can help you with that, and like I say, keep in mind on that junior membership, it is at a reduced rate, and still do get an emailed copy of the Cattle Connection every month, along with some other junior activity information. I would like to announce the results of the photography competition. On the Animals Division 1, first place Sedona Sifford. Animals Division 2, first place Nate Bowman. Division 3, first place Jordan Mitchum. Callie Wilson, Salem Sifford. Fourth goes to Maisie Boone, fifth Ross Hennett. Division 4, first place Lene Bowman, second place Reagan Mitchum, third Madison Sifford, fourth Samantha Sinclair, and fifth Luke Arrowood. That's the results of the Animals Photography Contest, sponsored by the Carolina Cattle Connection. See Miss Casey, I believe she has something for you.
All right, we got to do a little reworking to make sure I get to see them all and get them in line a little bit. I think between these first two here, there's certainly a case that could be made to go either way on those females. Just a little bit difference in type and kind. Good job, young lady, on rolling with it. The blaze face female here, I think just in terms of balance, she's got it out here today. Could be a little bit heavier bone, no doubt. The young lady in the red shirt, the heifer is going to be second out here. I like the body volume and stoutness in this one. Just a little bit shorter and coarser up front than maybe is what ideal. The young man in third, I like that heifer quite a bit. She kind of just gets overpowered from that point. Just a little bit more leathered up, and that front 1/3 kind of takes away from her, as well as her lower quarter. Maybe needs to just be shotted up just a bit. But this is a nice trio to start your class off with here. And then the young man that's coming into, I guess, the fourth heifer there, a heifer that's hard to get a good look at, but she's certainly got the pieces of the puzzle put together. I like the body volume and stoutness. Maybe just doesn't balance up from the eye appeal standpoint. The young man in the green shirt here, along the same line, super stout and powerful. Just needs to look more like a female up in that front 1/3. And the young man rolling the class out here at the bottom of the female, it has the look, well presented female. Just needs to be a little bit more performance oriented and have more body volume to her.
Early summer yearlings, also your champion intermediate heifer, first place in champion intermediate, Cody Clary. Congratulations. Reserve champion intermediate and second in the class, Daisy Abrazino. Third place, Easton Smith. Fourth, Gracie Campbell. Fifth place, Colt Thomas, and sixth, Tanner Freeman. We'll now be on late spring yearlings, Isaac Miller, Christian Wilhelm, and Hudson Rogers. Late spring yearlings.
I don't think the cattle in this division like the weather very well, but we'll continue on nonetheless. The female's your class winner. It's just from the profile, she wins this deal pretty easily. I'd like to see her just a little bit more flexible than that rear hog, but a really nice female just to start our class off with here for sure. Between second and third, it gets a whole lot closer. I think you can go back and forth on those two quite a bit in terms of stoutness and things of that nature. There's certainly a lot of give and take. In terms of bone work, there's a lot of give and take. Just getting a good look at these females when they get stopped is somewhat difficult. But the female that I've got here in the middle is going to be your second place effort. She just ends up being the female with a more maternal body cavity and more look to her from the side. But a heifer that could be stoutened up in her bone work and foot size. And that advantage goes to the gentleman in third. That heifer does have a little bit more bone, more stoutness right through the center portion of her quarter. But a heifer could be deepened up in that rear and flank just a touch. Good job, guys.
Late spring yearlings, your champion junior heifer first place. Champion junior, congratulations, Isaac Miller. Reserve champion, Kristen Wilhelm. And third place in the class there will be Hudson Rogers. Doing a good job. Looking for early senior yearlings. Single entry in the class, Cooper joins. If you have a division champion or reserve, please be checking in that makeup area. The lineup, grand champion drive is next there.
Like this young man's senior division winner here, big-bodied and stout. I like that about her. A female that's a little bit straight in her shoulder, and we'd like to see a little stouter or more tucked up in her udder attachment, but a really nice, complete female represented. Good job, young man. Let's give this young man a nice round of applause.
Your champion senior heifer out of the senior yearling class, first place. Congratulations, there goes to Cooper Joins. We'll now select our grand champion percentage Simmental.
If you will, put your hands together for these percent semis. I'm bringing out some nice cattle today. Tell you what, the calves of the younger divisions out here, they look really good. They own the profile set up very nicely. They're going to be cattle that for the future are going to be really hard to get around. I like those cattle very much. When you look back here at the blaze face white flank heifer, I think she's just practical. She doesn't wow you. She didn't overpower the class that she was in, but she just carries the basics and fundamentals so well. Has very few flaws. Maybe could be stoutened up here and there in terms of her bone work, but just a nice, complete kind of female. And then the heifer from that 4th division, she has that show ring presence and look to her. She's thick and deep enough out here. That's where I would probably get critical. If she needs to be a little bit deeper right there starting at her navel, you'd like to see her just drop down with a little more maternal belly. In that last division, we see that she does have the belly, maybe a female that we'd like to see just balanced up a little bit better as you analyze her through her front 1/3 and through her tail head. But a nice lineup out here, and I'm going to walk back through them one more time, and then I'll just pick our champion, please. Just from a functionality and practicality standpoint, I'm going to pick that white flanked blaze-faced heifer there for your champion this division. Congratulations, young man.
Your grand champion percentage semi, Cody Clay. Congratulations. The Daisy Abrazino will hold second place honor from that respective class to for evaluation for reserve champion.
Appreciate this young lady bringing in that second in that division. There's a lot of good in that female. I like the body cavity in that one. Maybe just not as neat in the front 1/3 and the way she's made through her shoulder and things of that nature, but an all in all, a high quality female. Just from an overall look and presence standpoint, the show ring presence, I like this female young man in the cowboy hat for reserve. Good job, young man. Congratulations.
Your reserve champion, had a little cowboy hat confusion there. Reserve champion will be Isaac Miller. Congratulations.
Thank you. Keep me straight.
Let's pay all of our percentage Simmental exhibitors off with a big round of applause. Moving into the Angus breed at this time, looking for junior calves, Shane Kendall and Grayson Peeler.
Leaving these two just like they are. A young man in a felt hat here is got a female that from the side, you see that full rib, and then she just compressively deepens on from there, as young as she is. After that, maybe you could get a little bit critical in terms of maybe needing a little bit more shot of stoutness from behind, but I think she still has the advantage in this class, and wins rather handily. The female that's here in second, I like her. She's a heifer that is really feminine fronted. I like that about her. When you start looking at her in terms of body volume, she's certainly good enough. Could use a tick more flank in this class, a little more stoutness of bone, but good job, young man. Congratulations to these two fellas.
Winner in the junior heifer calf class is Shane Kendall with KBCX Julie Musketeer. Second place is Grayson Peeler with GBF Hartley 2001. Next class in the ring, that would have also been your junior heifer calf champion and reserve. Next class will be your winter heifer calves. Will be a class of 3, calf from November 7th through December 12th. It is rapidly approaching lunchtime, and did want to mention that we do have Nanny's Country Kitchen on the south side of the concourse right outside, and they have for lunch cowboy burger, cowgirl burger, fried bologna, Wrangler dog with chili, and for those of you who are not ketoing, they also have chips, and we have, they'd love to have you, so they'll save you having to go off the ground. So.
Tell you what, this heifer here, once she settles down a little bit, you can tell there's a lot of good to that heifer. No doubt that she has the advantage in having the full rib and the rib shape out here today. She could be stronger behind her shoulders and have a tick more flank in her, but as far as bone work and skeletal work, right now I think she has the advantage. The female here in second, she does have a little bit of an advantage in terms of having some depth and some fleshing ability for down the road, but that heifer at the same time gets a little bit finer in her bone work design, not quite as strong in the way she handles those rear two. The heifer coming in third, I like her for her fleshing ability down the road and her depth, just her genuineness, but a female that in this class just needs a little more stoutness. Congratulations, guys, and good job.
The placing in the winter heifer calf class, first place goes to Kate Hennett on Nellie Girls, second to Clinton Mobley on Marietta, and third place to Savannah Evans on EFF Molly. Entering the class now is your senior heifer calf class. It'll be a class that begin from September 2nd through October 7th.
I would like to,
Wrong mic.
I would like to announce the results of the landscape photography contest. Division 1, first place, Sedona Sifford. Division 2, first place, Nate Bowman. Division 3, the landscape division, first place, Jordan Mitchum. Second, Maisie Bunn. Third, Salem Sifford. Fourth, Riley Sudreth. Division 4, first place, Samantha Sinclair. Second, Luke Arrowood. Third, Reagan Mitchum. Fourth, Renee Bowman. And fifth, Madison Sifford. Congratulations to those individuals. That is sponsored by the Carolina Cattle Connection.
I like these three females, and the reason I took so long to look at them is because there's really not a lot of holes in these females. It just really does come down to personal preference. I think the heifer that I'm leading the class off with here, she's a female that just kind of screams of high quality. She's just really good in her skeleton. She reaches up and steps her track very well. She could be stoutened up, and that's why I paused for that. Just didn't want to run her to the top without considering these other two heifers that maybe have a little bit more muscle thickness here and there, but the body cavity and the skeletal build in that one, I think, just rises to the top pretty handily. Then after that, second and third is close, and I go back and forth between those two. The heifer that I have in second, I like her body cavity with the neck and the head that she has. She just has a little bit more maternal look from that standpoint, but she is the rougher shouldered heifer of the two. The female that's in third, I like the body cavity in that one. She really has a big swooping body to her, just a little bit shorter necked, doesn't quite push off those rear two as well as I would like for her to, and that's really why I rolled her to third. That pastern, particularly on that left rear, she just doesn't want to push off like she needs to. The next heifer, I like this heifer in terms of her side view, just like to see that one stoutened up in terms of muscle thickness and skeletal width. The young man coming in next here, a big-bodied one that you like in a lot of ways from a fleshing ability and brood cow potential down the road, just doesn't balance out with the quality of some of these other ones that I have in terms of her front one third and how she's made through that head, neck, and shoulder. Then the next female, she does have a good look from the side, and then she's also one that you'd like to see maybe just stoutened up through her hip and quarter and through her bone and how she pushes off those rear two. The young man has this slick-haired heifer, and I think that she just out here today is a female that you like for her practicality. You know, the round shape that she has through her rib cage, she just gets a little bit shorter fronted than maybe is ideal. The next young lady here in the teal shirt, you've got a female that you like in terms of her build in a lot of ways. She just has a lot extra set to that rear hock and doesn't have the skeletal stability we're looking for. And the heifer following up the class, she's certainly a female that you appreciate for her body condition today. Now she's going to maintain that very easily, just needs to be balanced up from forehead to flank and through her skeletal build.
Senior calf class of your Angus show, first place, congratulations, Logan Ball. Second place, Emma Van Hoy. Third, Charlotte Wood. Fifth place goes to Jeb Collins. Sixth, Lucas Russell. Seventh place, Jonathan Scarlett. Eighth place, Stevie Robbins. And ninth, Claire Lawson. We'll now select our champion senior heifer calf.
In this division, I really appreciate the quality and the depth of the classes we've had. These young folks are doing a great job out here, and I really appreciate that, how composed they are in some difficult situations. And the cattle are probably those cattle that maybe haven't been shown a whole lot previously to today or this year at least, and It's a really difficult situation when the cattle don't act right. I appreciate those young exhibitors rolling through that, hanging in there, and doing a nice job out here today. I think for champion this division, it's going to be the second class winner. It's going to be your champion division winner here, that young man from that second class. Congratulations to him. And then that heifer in that same class will end up being your reserve today. Congratulations, young lady, on having reserve in this division. If you would join me in a round of applause for these young folks and their hard-fought efforts.
Your champion senior heifer calf, Logan Ball, reserve senior champion or champion senior heifer calf goes to Emma Van Hoy. Congratulations as well. Looking for late summer yearlings at this time, Caroline Scarlett, single entry in the class.